point here today. See exactly how it's all breaking on down. Again, he's with Ziff. 2,742 damage dealt, 851 damage taken, 7 elims and 3 rifle eliminations up to this point. Posey and Ziff obviously in a stack lobby, which I believe is about to begin.
Jack, the bus is gassed up.
The
players are loaded in.
Ooh.
We've got one game left. That's game 6 here at the Secret Skirmish. Duos competition, $100,000 on the line total for all 100 of these players. Randomly chosen duos. And we're moments away from launching.
Every time I see Tfue's keyboard, that tilted and turned, it is mind-blowing for me. It is insane.
Completely sideways.
Whatever's comfortable for you, I guess. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. It is time for game number 6, our final matchup of the night.
Going into this, a northwest to southeast, completely basically down the middle of the map, cutting it diagonally. The spread here is going to be pretty even. No corner is too far, no POI. Kind of out of contention. Going into game 6, Jack, with such a tight spread between the top, we'll say 7, 10 teams probably. How do you play it? What's the call? Do you play aggressive? Do you get those early game eliminations and try and push even 1 or 2 points out? Or are you going to play slow and go for the victory royale?
I go for a normal style, and it sounds cliche, but here's why. A lot of these guys who popped off and had these monster games, it's not because they're getting 6 eliminations off the break or W keying mid-game. It's because they're getting to the later points of the game when there's 60 players left in this lobby and doing a fantastic job of just peeking their heads out and farming eliminations to move them up into those points. You see the little fun fact there about Tfue's damage dealt, damage taken. Pretty impressive stuff, as they have solo claimed Frosty Flights, and people know this is where Tfue lands. Looks like no one wants to challenge him early on.
This is a pretty solid shift, too, from, if you recall, back in the day before this season started up and we had the glacier collide with the map. That southeast corner was kind of the go-to. It was a really highly concentrated material drop. There were a lot of chests. Loot was abundant. But the change, I think, because Storm Wings are so important now for early to mid-game rotation, Frosty Flights is probably one of the best drops on the map. We have Sheep, Dopai here, the southwest side at Happy Hamlet, applying early game pressure to Pearl, and Pearl is literally trying to crawl away here. Anything he can do to stay alive. Just barely picked up a pump shotgun, it sounded like, but those jump shots there from Dopai and Sheep going to secure the first 2 eliminations for this duo.
Yep.
That crossbow, come on, pick it up, boys, go back for it.
You could just tell they knew exactly how weak he was. It's so key to communicate and know they've got the advantage. And it's also weird because in that situation, you're not really thinking, let's push him before he can heal. You're more thinking, let's push him before another team can get involved, right? And here's an example of that. As Anthony and Clarity are nearby, you can tell Anthony's already taken a ton of damage to drop down to just 14 HP. But it's that mindset. Get aggressive before these two can come and shoot us in the back while we're in this fight.
Even if they're not pushing for early game eliminations, going for aggressive drops, like you said, those even just 1 or 2 elims can kind of mean the difference between a single, no points and a single point. And with how close the spread on the leaderboard is, that could be big.
Swap on over to the complete opposite side of the map. Here's Fulmer. Looking like him, Kayun, Tyler, they're all in some sort of engagement. Rockets going on off, just breaking down a little bit of the structure that they're stood on top of. His teammate Daxter, quite weak so far, below 100 HP. Gonna have to keep that in mind. Infantry rifle in hand.
With right now, actually, Fulmer's rocking one of the new skins that just came out today, too.
Thing's a beaut. Thing is a beaut.
13 builds, 175 total HP and shield combined there. Kayun and his teammate kind of have just they're zoning him out at this point. Daxor, 79 HP. He does have the Rift to go in case things get kind of scary. And one of the locations they may rotate away to be retail, but we're over here at Salty Springs, the bottom of the treehouse, and the pump shot. Aiden and Butter already knocked out very early. Saw him securing another elimination. Another team rolling in right now, too. Ronan to the northeast, pushing over to what appears to be his teammate in that far east side building. 2 elims for Psalm and Hot Sky. 110 damage dealt. Not a single point of damage taken yet for Psalm.
I've been bouncing around a little bit, but Is that the first time they didn't land tilted today, or have they started going? Did they go away from that in the last couple of games?
I believe, yeah, that is in fact, Jack, the first time.
Okay.
They've hit tilted every single time. I think we say every once in a while, we expect players to kind of change up the strat, and this time Aiden Butter did, and it didn't pay off.
Did not pay off.
Looking back on it now, obviously hindsight's 2020, but would you kind of be in that position where you say, yeah, we probably should have gotten tilted because that's what we used to?
It's so tough. You got to be real with yourself in those scenarios. Tilted wasn't getting them a ton of stuff done. Obviously, it worked for them in some small ways, but it was never enough. They tried to, it didn't wind up working out. As we see here, Som and High Sky trying to just push out this elimination on the Ronin. We mentioned when you get aggressive, you want to get that elim before a third party, before another team can get involved. And just like that, they're now being shot at from the retail side of this build. Still with another stink in hand. I want to see if they're going to use this. They can't seem to find him, and Aegis still being a nuisance as well.
Ronin, yeah, completely disappeared underneath in the bottom of that little watchtower, taking the opportunity to pop a couple bandages and some HP back. His teammate spread completely, also in a box, both of them very low. But you just mentioned you have to try and push for that elimination if you think you have the opportunity before someone else rolls in. And there is another team, Jaeyoung down there, getting eyes on him. Ronin very low. The rotation here around the outside. Saw him trying to pick an angle while his teammate pushes in, and can't believe it, but he got it. A 1v1 now. Both have their teammates just barely alive. High Sky ticks out. Som couldn't hold down the button, and he loses his teammate.
Oh no, this is not good.
Secures the thirst. That elimination is very important. Puts him at 3, and if he gets the third one, sorry, it'll be a point for his team, but he's without a teammate now. He had to let go of the pickup.
He wasn't fully built in. It looked like he panicked for a second and just thought he could go for the res. That's not the case, and now you see the two other players close by. Look at the mini-map in the bottom right. There's all sorts of players all around him. A Stormwing flying overhead. What looked like a free elimination under Ronin winds up being Ronin turning things around at 10 HP, getting the knock on the 1, and then at least an elimination on the trade.
Aegis is rotating away. Looks like he doesn't want to be a part of that. I think knowing full well that Blind and Jaeyoung, or at least another team, is sitting nearby south side of this little the watchtower. Som is going to try and loot up, finish cleaning up anything that he's left behind there, and potentially maybe getting pushed soon. But this is not the only interaction we've got going on here. Kevy also and his teammate, which we'll kick over to here in just a second. Jaeyoung down there. This is where Aegis, you see Aegis still rotating away in the background over there. Jaeyoung very, very low. Bouncing around each other right now. Kevy just trying to secure kind of the perimeter there. Jaeyoung 0 elims. Kevy with 2 of his own. Not doing too bad. Some shots coming in. It's like German JDW, kind of our underdog team. Underdog. Those two are so used to playing together from a history of running duos that it would not surprise me if they have a pop-off game here in Game 6 for Secret Skirmish, the Duos Day. It just kind of comes natural for them. Playing together for so long and splitting and now being randomly... It blows my mind, the luck of randomly getting chosen and put back on the same team.
Imagine if it was like Tfue and Cloaksy, the amount of
there rigs. Would be a riot here.
There would be rigged would be the whole chat the whole time.
Nothing but chat.
As now Kevy and Jaeyoung continue to farm on up as much as they can. Stormwing flies overhead. You saw on the map, still 81 players remaining as the first zone closes. In just 7 seconds, action going on everywhere. One of the main focuses to this point, Nick Mercs and Harmful. Looks like they've now left Tilted Towers as the zone is pushed on in. 0 elims to this point, Lupo.
Shouldn't be a big deal. They've had a number of at least decent games. Hoping for a big push here from Nick. Drop a huge bomb like he did, I believe it was at Twitch. He had made the shot at Zexro.
And there, it looks like there was a slight miscommunication because Nick went to go fire the heavy sniper, but his teammate shot first instead. And by shooting, they got the wall down, they popped the rip to go. Are they going to try to rush this and use this as well?
Looks like Nick's absolutely
I think so, because they're far from the zone. He got it. He got it in time. And now Nick can fly towards the new zone, which I think this is super smart. He is taking some damage in the sky, though.
Fun fact there on the left side of the screen. And Nick and Harmful are averaging 5 elims a match right now, which is huge. Zexro very low up top, and neither of them, Harmful and Nick, could land that drop up
rocket
with
launcher.
Zexro.
Nope. No luck.
A Chug Jug, though, a full shield. Nick's going to pop that real quick. Harmful picking up the Chug, and we may see him use that as well, potentially. Nope. They're opting to pop the chug on Nick.
Yep.
Honestly, probably not a bad idea. The use time of that chug jug puts you in such a bad position.
Exactly.
You have to use it.
Oh my
early.
God, he had to stop. Tfue and Schmeck spotted him. He was about 3/4 of the way done with that, had to quickly stop and play his life. Still 80 players left. They're not in the zone as of yet. Fights going on all across the map, as we'll continue to update you guys on where exactly all your favorite players stand. Remember, last match tonight, we will know the winners of the duos competition here at the Secret Skirmish at the end of this game. Tomorrow, all solos all day.
We've noticed Tfue has literally been dealing damage like crazy all game, but no eliminations yet. 500+ damage dealt, 31 taken, 0 elims. Which, by the way, Dopeye and Sheep are the only duos team right now with 4 or more elims. That's a point for them. Nobody else has reached that point just yet. Jamok and Kevy still alive, starting to box up next to their opponents, and you're going to see here, Jamok might go. We've seen Jamok hit flicks all day.
Yep.
If you watch the stream at all, one of the fastest flicks I've seen from any player. It would not surprise me to see him do something similar right here in just a second. Especially that legendary pump shotgun. It can hit like a bus. 220 max damage up close if you hit everything. Get a full crit there.
He's going to need it to hit like a truck right now when you look at how much health he has compared to Devious and Monster. Across the bridge, you see Ghoul alongside his teammate. Jamok just trying to see what he can do with just 53 health. Such a low position of HP to be in right now with 2 players above 100 HP in front of him.
Looks like Kevy was able to apply a little bit of pressure, got some taps on Monster, but he's going to pop Minius and top back off at 150. Devious and Wolf trying to look for an opportunity. They don't know that Jamok is low, but like you said, the attempt, the shot through, quickly editing a window to take an opportunity through Jamok's window and can't land it. Kevy applying pressure from above and does get hit, which means pressure might shift here. Jamok and Kevy might have to pull back in just a second, which might mean Devious and Monster have an opportunity to push. Depends on whether or not they heard the shield break on Kevy. That sound, it's audible to these guys, and they'll know that it happened. You may see aggressive play here from Devious and Monster in just a second.
They have combined under 150 HP for Jamok and Kevy. An abysmal spot to be in. Keep in mind, though, the 50 health on elimination, which can be so key in this matchup. Monster and Devious just taking their time. They're in no rush. You hear the rifts being used all around. This zone about to finish closing in the next few seconds. As we'll wait and see exactly where it'll rotate to next. Storm Sturge still going on. And they're only 34 damage ahead, so Monster and Devious have to keep watching this.
Be careful. If someone else does just enough to pass them, that damage threshold will shift. The player goes down. You see some pressure have to happen. 6 clingers, 198 medium ammo, 21 shotgun shells, 2 minis.
There's a team that just rifted from Wailing Woods. They are just now flying in from Wailing Woods, which is just absolutely nuts. Here's Blue T and Zate. Blue T not on the high ground, 138 HP to his name right now. 70 builds still left. They're going to have to reset for a moment. As you can see, Zate was very low on HP.
It would not surprise me to see Blue T drop a full shield here in just a second for his teammate, and there it is. Any opportunity to
Oh, it looks like they swapped. So I was wondering why he didn't finish using his big shield. It was because Zate called out and said, no, I've got a slurp for you. He drops a slurp for Blue T. They are falling on down right now. Legetian down low, gets eliminated. There's the little health buff for Zate and crew.
See, that was the first elimination for this duo. Teammate still all the way up top, has the high ground, but there's no opportunity to push down and try and get the pickup or push for a knockdown on either one of these players, Zate or Blue T. So kind of sacrificing his teammate. Landjock's going to have to look for a rotation away or maybe get aggressive. It would surprise me at this point if Landjock chose to push on this, but he's got no mobility in his inventory, no launch pad, no rift to go. He's going to have to wait for these guys to roll away from him unless he wants to take a big risk and push down on top of Blue T in the middle of this, and that may or may not be what he does. We'll have to see here in just a second. He's rotating away, just kind of keeping his eye on him. Maybe sneak ahead as they rotate southeast. They don't have a long way to go, but they still have a way to go, and Landjock's going to have to rotate out into the storm, take a little bit of damage, but anything to keep himself alive over sacrificing the game. This game 6 here, the last game of the duos. Landjock gets lasered by Blue T on the rotation in and gets caught off guard. Blue T secures that one. The second elim, they're able to secure both those.
That was like 150 damage in a matter of moments, but
Almost
we are
instantly.
On the way to our third zone here. It's time for a little mid-game update from the man himself, Sundown.
Thank you so much, Courage, here with the last Sundown rundown. We're going to take a peek of Chap and Cloakzy, two favorites early. You got to be able to execute on your 1v2s. That's what this is right here. A fantastic hot swap from Chap, making sure he's putting out that max damage. You see Cloakzy firing for him the whole time. High Sky and Som. We caught Som's really good 1v2. Here's High Sky making sure he's capitalizing on Butters and Aiden, executing on that push. Sheep, one-man wrecking crew early, putting all those shots down on Clarity, earning himself 3 elims, so him and Dophi going in with a point back into the game.
Thank you, Sundown. Another incredible rundown. I like that name right there. The Sundown rundown.
I think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Thwifo and Jtruth, I had the opportunity to talk to them earlier, and here they are. Thwifo barely hanging on, 8 HP, 50 shield, and the Clingers coming out, going to push him out of the box. He was right there with his teammate Jtruth, but they have to rotate, kind of split from each other a little bit. Thwifo still up top as Chap and Cloak are moving in on Dophi. The 2v1 out of nowhere. That stink grenade causing some zoning issues there. Thwifo's going to try and move up. Stink's going to keep him back. And Chap and Cloak trying to just claim the pinch on Dophi right now.
They want this elim. They're hungry. Chap getting every bit of materials he can get. They know Dophi's nearby. It looks like it's time for him to make a move. Spraying down the wall. Dophi, we know he has no shields. I don't know exactly what information Chap has to this point. That's a huge tag, and there he goes. Cleaned on up. 3 eliminations now between Chap and Cloakzy. 1 away from earning themselves a point.
The timing on that was actually extremely impressive. I don't know if you noticed, but Cloak was shooting down from above. They claimed ownership of technically both walls because Chap was just spamming the first one down. Cloak was above. A pinch like that, it doesn't matter how fast you're turbo building and how, you know, what your DPI is on your mouse, you can't outbuild that.
Now, I believe Cloakzy and Chap were in 14th place at 3 points. So, again, a team that is absolutely within arm's reach of earning themselves a top spot today. Jtruth and Thwifo. Oh, nearly cracking him with that heavy sniper shot. Will pop the mini in time for the slurp to tick over 150 health. Nicely done by them. As you hear that, that means a storm surge has begun again.
They're well ahead of the damage threshold. Your bottom right, though, Tfue, Demo, the stars from game 1 of the day. A single elim and Demo goes down. The knock. Tfue's going to try and edit the floor out and try and drop his teammate down in, try and get the res. The revive here, very important if they want to stay on top of this. Pressure being applied. The minigun from Psalm. It might prevent Tfue entirely, and it does from picking Demo back up. He's down to just himself for this final game of the duos.
And Tfue's just trying to get out of the pit. He's being focused by 3 different teams. Down to just 91 health now. Will he panic, use this launch pad? I mean, you got to think he will at some point. Popping minis. Can't even get 1 mini used in time. Still 55 players remaining. They're narrowly above this damage threshold. He's popping everything he can. At this point, if Tfue can get out of this situation, Lupo, he's not going to have much left to his name.
It's extremely important they do, though. They are currently the first place before we went into this game. The top-ranked team for duos. Tfue, Demo, Tfue trying to secure any elimination he can, trying to keep ahead of that tiebreaker with Triggy and Bizzle right on his tail. He's going to take every opportunity he can just to throw damage out if possible. Still only 66 above that damage threshold. Has to keep that in mind. Spamming the metal walls down his opponent there.
Remember earlier when I mentioned Thwifo nearly hitting a snipe? I believe he finally did. And we have it on replay. Here it is again from earlier on in this one. Hysteria and Funk Bomb built on up. Hysteria peaks a little bit too much and gets drilled by the heavy sniper rifle. And then it was an all-out push from the duo. They know they have the advantage. You might as well go for it. Funk Bomb weak. Funk Bomb eliminated. Well done. The duo of Jtruth and Thwifo.
It's incredible the shift in play style as soon as the knockdown happens in duos. If you and your teammate are both up, you drop one of them, the apply pressure just skyrockets.
And Tfue is getting lasered from the same team up on this hill, down to just 69 HP right now. He'll pop the slurp and then 2 minis, and then you gotta think it's launch pad time as he still has to move into the zone. Checking to make sure all of his weapons are reloaded. Jtruth Now at 4 limbs between this duo, they're at one point this game, Lupo.
Jtruth and Thwifo, sorry, are sitting probably in a better position than almost anybody else, especially because 8 RPG shots remaining. Thwifo has the heavy sniper rifle. That's a combo of knocking walls out.
Here it is, right here. It's going to happen right here. Literally right there, as you're talking about it. Lupo sees the future. Nick Merckx goes down to the heavy sniper RPG combo.
Jack, I don't know if I'm clairvoyant or just play way too much Fortnite, but that was almost a scripted shot there. The knockdown on Nick Merckx comes out.
Rigged.
Multiple players stuck down to the bottom. It became a shooting gallery for the number of teams that had vision on what was left of that team. Multiple elims picked up, but it looks like Jtruth and Thwifo stay at 4 total. That's still a point. Flossen still alive.
Here it comes again. Here it comes again.
Number 2.
On the Flossen.
Back to back.
There's the knock as well.
The strategy's so powerful, Jack.
I mean, to be honest, this is why a lot of players called for the... They're now at 7 eliminations.
The elim shift happened so fast, from 4 to 7 like it was nothing.
This is why a lot of players were calling for the nerf to the RPG deagle combination, right? And this is the Big Daddy version of it with the heavy sniper rifle.
It might be a little bit slower, but clearly on your screen you can see it's just as effective. 27 players, 26 players remaining, 16 duos. The final match for duos in the secret skirmish here. Thwifo, Jtruth asserting dominance,
1 away
7 elims, 1 more.
Another point.
And then we get into big bonus territory, Jack. Things start getting crazy.
On the right, look at your format. They're pushing on in. 15 duos in total, 23 players still alive. Thwifo and Jtruth. 7 elims up to this point. If they can get to 8, that puts them at 3 points earned this game so far. They're spraying on in. They know Naga Ops has to be weak. RPG in hand. Is it time, folks? No! Oh no! It's an absolute collapse! And the headset is ripped off as he realizes his ultimate weapon of destruction is his downfall in the final game.
You hate to see it, Jack. You hate to see it. The wall block coming in absolutely crucial right there. Ronaldo and Saf still alive. The ultimate high ground here dropping down. Maybe a trap opportunity on his opponent. Saf's trying to push out of the storm. Stay just barely ahead of it. Every step of the way matters huge. It takes a little bit of fall damage as his structure. The branch he was on gets knocked out as his opponent is actually getting pinched from the back. Ghoul gets knocked down. The thirst there. Saf picking up just enough HP, 50 there to stay alive in the storm, but it's ticking away.
And he's got no builds.
10 HP per tick, Jack. He's got to push in and stay ahead of this thing if he wants to stay on his game.
And this is key here. The next player who dies falls just on the outside of the skirt. There you go. Base Soldier gets knocked and eliminated. You see 6 teams remaining. Whoever winds up getting dropped next, there's a placement point, another one! Oh my, Saf now at 5 elims, and he's earned his team another point as well for placement. Saf continues to do it. He's dropping him down, Saf with another. Oh my God! Oh my God! Saf with the most ridiculous endgame moments brings his team from 1 elim to 8, and the victory royale. They might have just won.
On that game alone, the last 30 seconds.
The duo competition.
The last 30 seconds of the final match may have literally shifted them to first place and $27,000, Jack.
I don't know if I'm out of breath from the gameplay or because I'm overweight, but here it is again. Saf spraying, knocking players down.
The shots on Dementos on the drop-in, the fall damage eliminates him, but it counts for Saf. Every single shot in these last moments mattered, Jack. Every single shot.
That was one of the most clutch final moments I've ever seen when casting Fortnite. Oh my goodness. Whew. I got a little lightheaded there for a moment. That just blew me away. They were in contention, they were top 10. And I think because of that pop-off, they just won it all. Because of Saf's, what you just saw right there. What did I talk about? They're right there, right on the cusp, and then boom. Big bonus, victory royale. I mean, we're going to take a look at the standings, but I think they just did it. I think they actually just did it.
I don't think I've seen you as excited for an endgame
because
match.
that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Here's our standings. Here's where we are. There's probably a reason I freaked out, and yeah, it's
Saf
because
Ronaldo!
Saf just clutched up and put his team on top to dethrone Tfue and Demo to take the top spot. They will be your duo champions here at the Secret Skirmish.
The only team to drop 30+ eliminations, a lead of 4 points, which in a format like this is absolutely massive, Jack. That big bonus, oh my gosh.
There they are, walking towards the backstage to hear their thoughts on the victory. Congratulations. I can't believe what I just saw. Can't believe what I just saw.
Absolutely ridiculous. The number of clutch plays. We saw a Rocket end up biting back and take Jtruth out of it. We saw a number of players in such clutch positions end up getting overpowered, overwhelmed. And we will hear from them in just moments.
Good job, guys. Jesus. Here they come backstage to speak with Kitty Plays, who gets to hear from our champions. My heart's still racing from that, Lupo. I cannot believe what just occurred, man.
You'll have to take a nap when this is all done, bud.
Yeah, I cannot believe what just happened. Kitty Plays, you see there, ready to go with our champions from the duo competition.
Hey guys, I was not expecting to be interviewing you guys so close together. Congratulations, you just won $27,000, taking the entire random duos competition. First of all, not being paired up with your partners, if you guys proved yourselves at TwitchCon, how did it feel playing with a new partner?
Honestly, I felt really lucky getting Saf, because Saf is a really good player. He made a lot of good calls there, played like crazy, got a bunch of kills, clutch up at the end. So I'm grateful for having Saf as my partner.
Yeah, you guys did absolutely amazing. I saw you blanketing the top and then you down below getting all those incredible shotgun kills. So what are you looking forward to in the future? Are you guys going to be playing together at all, do you think?
I got Zayt, so no.
Okay, so here we got a few of your guys' replays. Talk me through what happened.
I don't know, we just got a bunch of kills mid-round. Then last game we were hyped and just got lucky and won. Not got lucky.
Awesome. Can you tell me what you guys were thinking through this?
Again, like I said before, our play style of like playing till the end game, playing high ground, looking for picks, rotating in early, all that kind of just worked out. Everything like, I guess like the puzzles, all the pieces fit together, and everything's lined up. We got the win.
Yeah, you guys got 2 victory royales. Congratulations on the win today, amounting so many points, so many big bonuses. You guys played absolutely amazing, and